How's it going, gamers? Chongo here, and today I've got a gameplay commentary for you guys. The gameplay is of Battlefield 4 on the PC, and today's commentary topic is about the recent news that Titanfall will be able to have a maximum amount of 12 players at a time in the match, so let's get into it. So when I first heard this news, I thought it was very interesting to see the whole internet or all these gamers getting really mad at this certain amount of players when, I don't know, maybe some people just seem to think the more players the better a game, but that's not how it works. And they've actually said they've gone through and they've tried with different numbers and they've found that 6v6 is where it's the good spot. You know, there's not too many players that, you know, it's getting completely broken and you're not having any fun, but it's not too little that you can't find people. So I think they've kind of hit the perfect balance where, you know, stuff will be happening, but it won't be, you know, spawn dying or anything like that. They've got a point that they're happy with. And people seem to forget that this game is Titanfall, so people can call in a Titan, and if you have a whole team of Titans following you around, that's 12 things just on your team, like just including players and Titans, not including any of the AI they've already got in the game. The one thing about this news that does suck is they've said that's the maximum amount of players, so like if a server is hosting the game Titanfall or any map that they want, they are unable to change that to say 8v8 or 10v10 or something like that. Even though it may not be that fun of an experience, I think that should be left to the player's choice. I don't think you should have, you know, the game developer decide how many players you should be playing in a match. Like, yes, they can have their main servers that they want people to be playing on, but you know, you should still have that option to change that if you wish. So as I said before, there will be AI running around as well, so it's not just 6 players, there will be, you know, other computers running around that you can shoot at, so it's not like there's just going to be 6 people that you're looking for, there's going to be a lot more going on than just that. So as I have said before in previous videos, Titanfall is one of my most anticipated games of 2014, and I hope it's good, and I think Respawn probably has got the right number, and I'm just going to leave it in their hands, obviously, because they've got the game, they've been playing it all the time, testing it, and they've found this number to be what they want it to be. So I don't think people should be yelling at them about a game that they haven't played. It's like, you know, trying to critique something that you haven't seen. It doesn't really work like that unless you've actually played it and said there needs to be more players. That's when, you know, your feedback is probably a bit more valuable than someone just saying, oh, I want more players in that game, when obviously they've tried that and it wasn't particularly fun. And I mean, I've played games with less than 6v6 and the games have been fine. For example, Gears of War 1, I played that game quite a bit and 4v4 worked perfect in that game, and I didn't think it needed any more players or anything like that, and that was obviously a decision made by Epic Games when they made the game to have 4v4, and it worked well. And obviously the more players you have in a game at a time, the bigger the maps have to be so they can accommodate everyone, and I'm pretty sure that's what they had in mind when they designed Titanfall, so they've got their right amount of numbers for the maps, so I don't really think having more players is going to make for a more enjoyable experience, especially when they've actually been testing their game. So I don't think this will be too much of an issue, and I think most people will probably forget about, you know, even whinging about this when the game actually does come out in March, and it still looks like it'll be a really great game, and I don't think a certain amount of players will change anything. So this brings me out of my video. I'd like to know what you guys think about this, whether you think 6v6 is too small and you'd want more, or do you think people are overreacting and 6v6 should be quite fine. Anyway, leave those comments down below, and if you want to join the Gamerhood, just subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.